Welcome back to Record Rift, where we tear through history's pages to reveal the moments that shaped our world. Today, we're stepping into the chaotic streets of Beijing in 1900, where a band of Chinese rebels, known as the Boxers, rose against foreign powers in a desperate stand for their nation. Picture sword-wielding warriors storming embassies, foreign troops clashing in ancient courtyards, and a dynasty teetering on the brink. The Boxer Rebellion wasn't just a revolt, it was China's defiant cry against Western domination. What fueled this uprising? How did it change the world? Join us as we unravel the Boxer Rebellion, a saga of rage, resistance, and reckoning. Let's charge into the fray. By the late 19th century, China's Qing dynasty was crumbling under foreign pressure. Western powers, Britain, France, Germany, and others, had carved out spheres of influence after victories in the Opium Wars, forcing unequal treaties that opened ports and granted extraterritorial rights. Missionaries spread Christianity, often clashing with local traditions, while railroads and telegraphs disrupted rural life. Droughts and floods in Shandong province fueled peasant unrest, with many blaming foreign devils for their woes. The Empress Dowager Cixi, ruling from behind the throne of the young Guangxu emperor, faced a dilemma: reform to modernize or resist to preserve tradition. Into this turmoil stepped the Yehechuan or Boxers, a secret society of martial artists who believed their rituals made them invincible, ready to expel foreigners and restore China's pride. The Boxers, formerly the Society of Righteous and Harmonious Fists, emerged in Shandong around 1898, blending martial arts with spiritual beliefs. Peasants like Li Wei, a farmer ruined by floods, joined their ranks, training in rituals they thought could deflect bullets. Anti-foreign and anti-Christian, they attacked missionaries and Chinese converts, blaming them for angering ancestral spirits. By 1899, their slogan, "Support the Qing, destroy the foreigners," spread, gaining tacit support from Cixi, who saw them as a tool against Western encroachment. The Boxers grew to tens of thousands, burning churches and railway stations. In spring 1900, they marched toward Beijing, joined by Qing troops, as foreign diplomats in the capital's legation quarter, home to 11 embassies, braced for violence. The crisis peaked in June 1900 with the siege of Beijing's legation quarter. On June 20th, Boxers and Qing soldiers surrounded the diplomatic enclave, trapping 900 foreigners and 2,800 Chinese Christians. Barricades rose as diplomats, Marines, and civilians, like British envoy Claude MacDonald, armed themselves. Boxers attacked with spears and fire, while defenders, including American missionary Mary Porter, fought back with rifles. The 55-day siege saw brutal skirmishes. Boxers beheaded converts, and defenders faced starvation. In Tianjin, Boxers killed missionaries, sparking panic among foreign communities. Cixi's court, divided, declared war on foreign powers on June 21, escalating the conflict. The siege's horror, documented in diaries like those of missionary Sarah Goodrich, painted a desperate struggle for survival. The foreign response was swift and overwhelming. The eight-nation alliance, Britain, France, Germany, Russia, Japan, the US, Italy, and Austria-Hungary, assembled 20,000 troops, landing in Tianjin by July 1900. Led by figures like Britain's General Alfred Gassely, they fought through Boxer strongholds, capturing Tianjin on July 14. On August 14, the alliance stormed Beijing, relieving the legation quarter after fierce battles that left 66 defenders dead and hundreds wounded. Boxers and Qing troops fled, with Cixi escaping to Xi'an disguised as a peasant. The alliance looted Beijing's Forbidden City, seizing treasures, while reprisals saw thousands of Chinese executed. The Boxer Protocol, signed in September 1901, ended the rebellion, imposing harsh reparations of 450 million taels of silver and foreign garrisons in China. The rebellion's cost was staggering. Estimates suggest 100,000 Chinese died, including Boxers, soldiers, and civilians, with thousands more in punitive raids. Foreign losses included 250 diplomats and missionaries, plus 2,000 Chinese Christians. The Qing dynasty, humiliated, paid reparations until 1939, draining its treasury. The rebellion exposed China's weakness, accelerating calls for reform and fueling anti-Manchu sentiment that led to the 1911 revolution, ending 2,000 years of imperial rule. Socially, rural communities like Shandong suffered, with villages destroyed and survivors like Li Wei facing poverty. The rebellion also strained global relations as Western powers tightened their grip on China, while Japan's role signaled its rising power. The Boxer Rebellion's legacy endures as a symbol of resistance and a turning point for China. It inspired films like 55 Days at Peking and literature exploring cultural clashes, like Pearl Buck's works. Beijing's restored legation quarter and museums in Shandong preserve artifacts like Boxer banners and looted relics. The rebellion's failure spurred China's modernization, influencing figures like Sun Yat-sen, while its anti-foreign spirit echoes in modern Chinese nationalism. Archaeological finds, such as mass graves and burned villages, reveal the conflict's brutality. The Boxer Rebellion wasn't just a failed uprising. It was a cry for dignity that reshaped China's path and warned the world of imperialism's costs. That's the fiery saga of the Boxer Rebellion, China's bold stand against the West. What do you think? Were the Boxers freedom fighters or misguided rebels? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and tell us what historic struggle you want us to explore next on Record Rift. If this journey through 1900 gripped you, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell to join our quest through history. Until next time, keep uncovering the rifts that shape our past. This is Record Rift, signing off.